Welcome to PowerCat Live. I am here with Steve Winward, Technical Director, and Bobby Chang, Technical Specialist from the Federal Business Applications team. Hi, you guys.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, Phil. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you guys?
Doing good.
So let's talk about, before we get into talking about government clouds, let's talk about your journey into the current roles into getting into Power Platform. Steve, how did you get to this role?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm coming up on about 11 years at Microsoft now.
Yeah.
And for the last 3.5 years, I've been product aligned on our federal team. And I've been in a number of different capacities. I was doing Power BI for a little bit. And then I was most recently doing Power Platform. And now I am the director for our Federal Business Applications team, leading all of our federal customers with our business applications platform.
Important role. And Bobby, how about you?
Yeah, Phil, thanks so much for having us.
Sure.
It's for me, the journey really came from the SharePoint story. So I was a long-time SharePoint community folks. Been doing SharePoint and Office 365 for a very long time. So come this little thing called the Canvas app from a Power Apps perspective, right? That's kind of caught on fire. And it's like, man, what is this thing? So you just dug into it more and more. And here I am with the Federal Business Applications team, and I am a technical specialist there. So I'm aligned to the federal civilian government agencies, and we try to find out business opportunities and pain points and try to map them with technology capabilities in Power Platform using the government community cloud.
So why are there separate government clouds? Why can't everyone just work in the commercial cloud that, the rest of the world uses?
And Phil, yeah, that's a great question. And the reason why there are separate clouds is actually because our federal agencies have different security requirements. And so we actually have 3 different clouds today: GCC, or Government Community Cloud, GCC-High, as well as DoD. And for example, DoD, they mandate that these are physically separate data centers from all of our other data centers that we manage at Microsoft. And so there's a lot of different requirements, and we as Microsoft are committing to meeting our customers to where their requirements are.
And these different clouds then, because they are so isolated from each other, they always haven't had all of the features that we talk about at events that the other that Power Platform has in the commercial world. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we know that that's feedback we've gotten from a number of different agencies across federal. And the thing is that we have to deal with not just our own internal timelines, but when we're deploying these to the clouds, we also have to work with the federal government to get these things accredited and approved as well. And one of the things that we're here today is to actually share with you the new features that are coming to our government clouds that we're really excited about.
So let's see what's coming.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and show you. And the first thing that we wanted to share is actually, we have a new GitHub repository for the Federal Business Applications team. We're really proud about this because Microsoft is very passionate about GitHub and open source. And now we have a way to showcase solutions and features that work in our government clouds. So you can see here that we've actually got a couple to start, and we're going to grow this over time. And we're showcasing which ones work in commercial, GCC, GCC-High, and DoD. And so then Bobby is going to showcase some of the new features that we've got coming online here.
All right, so let's get started and start to showcase some of these new capabilities coming to the Government Community Cloud. The first one that we're going to focus on today is Power Automate Desktop, or Robotic Process Automation, RPA for short. From Power Automate Desktop, I'm able to use the desktop recorder where I can open my legacy client application and simply just click Start Recording. In this case, I'm creating a brand new invoice. Power Automate Desktop is smart enough to know where I'm going in context of the user interface for that legacy application and what action I'm taking. And you can see that my recorded action is saved plainly inside of Power Automate Desktop for me to go and be able to replay the recording at my own time or on a particular schedule. RPA capabilities through Power Automate Desktop, also known as Desktop Flows, is available now both in our GCC and GCC-High offering. And later this year, will also be provided to our DoD cloud. But wait, there's more, right? When we talk about intelligent cloud automation, it doesn't just stop at that desktop recording capabilities through Power Automate Desktop. If you want to be able to orchestrate the automation with Microsoft 365, Azure, even non-Microsoft cloud services like ServiceNow, SAP, on-premises data, we're going to allow you to extend the RPA capabilities without digital process automation inside of Power Automate. On top of that, we're going to also provide you AI in an easy way through AI Builder. We're going to illustrate with low code, no code, quickly identify location inside of a form. In this case, it's an invoice. So now I'm training the model. The model knows more about what an invoice looks like to me. So I can extend that to truly give that end-to-end automation. In this example, I'm getting an attachment from Outlook using the Outlook pre-built connectors. I'm then opening up that Outlook attachment, sending it to the AI model that I just created with low code, no code. And based on the AI model and what my AI model knows about my form, being able to auto extrapolate this information and then running a pre-recorded action through RPA, right? So see it in live. This is what it looks like. I'm getting an email. The attachment now is sending back to the AI model. And as the AI model is actually thinking about what the form is, my hand is on my keyboard, right? This is actually not me doing this. This is actually Power Automate Desktop opening up my client application, sending the information that it got from that form through AI and passing it into Power Automate Desktop. So we're going to see the end result here real quick. On the one side, we're going to put the end result from the client application, that legacy client application perspective. On the other side, we're going to see how it originated from that email that really kicked off the entire process. AI Builder is really, really short and around the corner for our GCC offering. We cannot wait to see what this unlocks for our federal government agencies.
So you've shown us all this great automation. How do we find the places in the organization that we can apply it all?
And that's a great question. And that actually leads into Process Advisor. And so Process Advisor, we're really excited about that because what it enables you to do is to actually have people in your organization create recordings for actions that they're doing. So if you have a number of people across your organization that are doing the same kind of thing, they can now use Power Automate Desktop and record their actions, and then you can analyze it. And this next slide here is actually walking through the analytical side. And that's the side that I'm really excited about. So you have people in your organization record their different actions, and then you can analyze it through this, and you get this really cool kind of graphical interface that you can view what are the different actions people are doing, which ones are taking the most time, and most importantly, which are the ones that are the most important in terms of when you automate these, what are you going to get the most time back? And you can analyze all of that data with Process
amazing.
Advisor.
So that allows us to then find all the places we can apply automation. Now, there's one of the platform that's pretty prominent that we haven't talked about right now, except Bobby, you're giving us a hint by wearing a t-shirt. There's got to be a role for Teams in some of this, given how prominent its usage right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a bit of a spoiler alert, right?
you were the Easter egg from the beginning.
That's right. That's right. You found it, man. Congratulations. Right in front of you. But, we're super excited what's coming from a Dataverse for Teams perspective, right? Because the idea is that Teams is productivity. A lot of us start and end our day inside of Teams. We do our meetings. We're meeting right now using Teams, right, Phil? So we're super excited about the announcements of Dataverse's team coming into the government community cloud. The idea behind is that I could now have that relational model that Dataverse is so strong to provide from an application development perspective, from a data platform perspective, and making that available natively inside of Teams. On top of that, the same governance model that you provide in Dataverse and the Power Platform story, all of those components are extended inside of Dataverse for Teams as well. So IT administrator will have the same security and compliance controls over Dataverse for Teams environments. So we're super excited to announce that Dataverse for Teams is available in GCC and GCC-High right now, right? This summer 2021. The other component that we're also excited to announce is Power Virtual Agent. And Phil, the Power Virtual Agent is an intelligent chatbot, right? The ability to extend intelligent chatbots to both internal staff member and also external staff members. So we're going to show you a quick illustration of Power Virtual Agent creating an intelligent chatbot, what it would actually create. So what you're seeing here is an illustration from one of our colleagues, Anitra Jackson, to create sort of like a choose your own adventure, right? You ask the chatbot a certain component, you select a few components, and the chatbot asks more questions and give you a selection. So you see like country stars and type of songs that you would like. So you kind of see it in action. It would look like this as you're testing the chatbots. Is telling you exactly where the user takes from an input perspective and where the chatbot takes from a logic perspective too. So it really comes to life in terms of being able to do a quick go-to-market from an intelligent chatbot perspective and provide that not just to internal folks inside of the Teams channel, but also to external partners, external constituents, to your public, to the citizens, to the folks that you want to be more engaged from a standpoint of, hey, there are components that the public wants to know about. Can we offshore some of those components and then low code, no code perspective?
Right.
and be able to have intelligent chatbot, have some of those more rudimentary kind of conversation. And as it elevates to something that, maybe the public is unhappy or still are needing to have additional context or clarity, then elevate those to an actual agent, somebody in the back end, to be able to offshore those conversations to a live person on the other side. So Power Virtual Agent is really empowering and is available now actually in the GCC offering. And then around the corner, as we get more clarity from engineering, we're going to provide you those timelines also for GCC-High and DoD, but we're super excited about PVA coming here in GCC.
No, I have to say that example is Choose Your Own Adventures. My daughter went through a period where she's reading those books. So I've read those Choose Your Own Adventure novels in the last few years. None of them had country music stars. So I feel a little misled by that.
PVA. Score one, right?
And now I guess I feel like I ought to ask, you showed virtual agents. Can that connect with some of the other stuff you showed? Cloud Flows, RPA, and all that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. That's a great question, Phil. All those components from a PVA perspective, it's developed as part of the platform, right? It's provided as the platform. So the platform from a standpoint of app development, automation, the Power BI components, that it's all part of the platform. So there is capabilities from a standpoint of a chatbot being able to take information from the user and then being able to extend that to Cloud Flows, even to the RPA components that we talked about, to be able to handle, get information, share those information out, and even escalate some of those conversations to additional workloads if you need it.
That's great. So I guess the last thing we need to ask about is, I know these federal customers, right, how sensitive they are to how their data is used and controlled. Talk a little bit about some of the admin and governance that's coming as well.
Yeah, and so that leads into the advanced DLP policies that we're going to be having. And so this is already available in commercial, but we're just really excited that the government customers can take advantage of this. And you can now have fine-grained control on the actions that you can enable for people in the organization. You can also additionally take advantage of which endpoints do you want to enable. For example, with SQL Server, you could say that only this namespace can be accessed with the connector. Really so you can't just have it wide open to all SQL Server instances, but your specific SQL Server that you want to enable people to connect to. And then from a timeline perspective, this is the timeline that we're targeting. It's going to be this summer in our clouds in preview. And once again, we're just really excited that there's more governance that's available to our customers now.
So this is really exciting that all these capabilities are coming to our government customers across the board. What's next for this? You're showing a lot of these gaps closing. Is this gap going to reopen, or what's the plan for the future?
Yeah, and so that's a great question. One thing is we are super open to feedback that our federal customers have. And one of the things that we've done is we've actually opened up, there's a request for any connectors that are missing in the platform across our government clouds. Anybody can go to this and they can actually submit that. And so this is the form that we've got there. It's really easy to do that. And this is our way of providing direct feedback from the customers to the engineering team so they can prioritize which connectors are the most important to get rolled out into our government clouds.
So just to quickly go on top of that, right, Steve? This is open to everybody watching this. This is not just internal Microsoft. So please, if you see something from a first-party connectors, you say, I got to have that. Why isn't it in my cloud? Why is it not offered now? Please let the engineering hear about it, right? This is really your chance to really voice your concerns or your wishes and desire from a connector perspective.
And I know from the engineering side, they are hungry for that input, right? It is actually really, really valued input.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I know this has been a long time coming, with all of these features coming to government customers. And so it's great to be able to see dates both soon and in the roadmap that are coming. So thanks for taking the time to show this, you guys.
Thanks for having us, Phil.
And yeah, thank you. Thank you for having us on this video.
Of course.